Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good affy. Welcome to a bit of Fallout 3, Tale of Two Wastelands. We are going to continue our little side quest in Gradage, where we have to deal with the ants here. But we've first got to find a small child. Brian,
is there any food in here?
By the way, if anything is different in this video, it will be because I'm playing in full screen. I can actually see my quest markers. As I say, I really do want to clear out Gradage before I start talking to Brian Wilkes. Limpercheck. There are still ants around, so I've got to be careful. Shouldn't be too many up this way, I don't think. Excuse me 1 second, that's... Text message, it's alright. So... Can't see any more ants, that we're good. Well, I can see little markers. Okay, so I can finally explain things. So this big arrow here on my minimap, on the bottom left, is my next quest objective. The smaller filled-in arrows are locations that I've already found and I've added to my map. This hollowed out one on my minimap is one that I haven't yet been to, and I can add it to my map. It will be filled in as soon as I go there. Uh-oh, soldier on. Oh, bugger. Over encumbered, okie dokie. Really should have dropped some stuff off. That's actually really good. So as far as I can tell, ants don't really tend to come upstairs and things like that, so Oh, no, 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 don't do this to me now. Stuck. But we are free. Oh, shit. Ah, interesting, okay. So, you may have seen the text box there for Frenzied. So when you shoot an ant's antenna, or the combat inhibitor of a robot, it causes it to frenzy. Frenzy basically means it will attack anything, including its allies. It cannot tell friend from foe, which is a really cool effect, one of my favourites in role-playing games. It can be an incredible boon or burden depending on the situation you're in. Because the last thing you want is something going ape on a friend who, like, is going to get in worse condition than they already are. I've always got to check my text because I genuinely don't know if there's like something important. No. Okay. I think it's all work related as well, so I mean that's not what's important. Is like I can ignore those, but what I can't ignore is like if it's from my down the nearest or more dead. So yeah. From anyway, Jesus. I think I've actually expended around 60 rounds in these things total. I genuinely don't even know if I'm making any progress. I don't think I am. I think I'm just going around killing them and then they're just coming back. Right, I'll check this building out. We will eventually start this quest. I'm gonna say now, in response to a comment I had earlier about how to fix Fallout 3 for Windows 10, at least I think it was for Windows 10. If it's for Windows 11 I can't help you. In fact, if it's for any other version, I can't help you. I'm afraid. I really want to. Like, I really want to have the answers, but Fallout 3 is such a terrible game to run.
What's this funny suction hose for?
Stay in there long enough you might find out. Don't find out. Oh no, safe, yeah.
Now I know what a TV dinner feels like. What is it, Wadey?
Big pardon?
Please be careful. I don't want you to die either.
Oh yeah. Might as well get this out of the way. I can't target Prana.
I'm getting out of here.
You can't harm children in these games. So we may consider that a relief. Okay. Can't get that, that's okay. This is the Wilkes house that seems to survive the fallout. Places a bird up. This is the Brandis house. The reassuring sound of Enclave radio. Everything's a bloody hard lock. Dapper. Apologies is the password, that's not assuring. W. Brandis, personal notes. 6/17/22/77. Okay, no, let's start at the beginning. 10/02/22/76. I found a quiet place for my family. We've been running from one settlement to the next, just trying to keep out of sight. Now that I'm on the other coast, I feel much safer. The family across the way seems to be pretty decent. Their kid, Brian, likes to play with my son, which is great. It's hard for Will to make friends because we haven't stayed in one place long enough. Maybe we can finally put down some roots here in Greyditch. 30/10/22/76. I was scavenging some junk near nearby buildings to sell and came across a working radio. I said I'd turn it on, and I heard the familiar patriotic anthems that used to play whenever Richardson would give his speech. But this was different. Who the hell is President Eden? Why did that happen? When did that happen? Are they on this coast too? Most importantly, will they come looking for me? I hope this journey wasn't a huge mistake. 15/11/22/76. 76. Some scientist named Lesko moved in with the Wilkes family across the street. They're helping him make some sort of structure on an old lot near the diner. Lesko offered to pay me in caps if I helped, but I declined. I don't know who he's working for, but I don't think they're still looking for me. Our supplies are running low, and I need to begin foraging for food and some other better drinking water. I'd have an easier time if it wasn't for the damn ants. I swear they have a nest around here somewhere. Quickly pause that for the moment. These ants are becoming a real pain in the arse. So much that I had to take a trip to Megaton and buy a better gun to protect my family. It cost me a small fortune. I had to trade every bit of ant meat I had collected, but it was worth it. I'm teaching Frank and Sheila how to use it in case something happens to me. If one of you two are reading this, and I'm gone, I keep the gun behind the fridge in the kitchen behind the old fridge. 02/4/22/77. I'm gonna have to find a better way to protect Sheila and Will from those ants. Ever since Lesko came to town, I'm certain they're getting more and more aggressive. Wastelands ants are bad enough, but these, at least you can run away from them. These would seem to pursue you to the ends of the earth if they could. Call me crazy, but I swear, I saw one start a fire the other day. I don't know how this could happen. I decided to dig in my old sidearm and keep it hidden on me at all times. Those things get too close, I'll blast a tenner right off their ugly heads. 17/6/22/77. I can't believe I went through all the trouble to leave Navarro and make my way across the country just to get stuck in this shithole. I'm damned if I'm gonna die here. Now that we're cut off from Lesko and Wilkes, I think we're on our own. The damn ants keep trying to find a way in to get inside the house. Even as I'm typing this, I can hear them scraping the walls looking for a way through. I don't know how much longer we can last. So they mentioned this Lesko chap. Sure enough, there's a 10mm pistol. Which isn't bad for our purposes. but seemingly no sign of the family here. Oh dear. Frederick Monks died as he lived, fighting ants. Chinese assault rifle. Now, this is considered theft, but I don't think I've actually taken a hit to my karma. I think it's because the game actually knows that there's not a damn thing it can do about it. So yeah, so Fallout 3, I'm really sorry, I couldn't begin to tell you how to fix this game on, other than doing Taylor 2 Wastelands, which is a very good mod and it improves a lot, stability for one thing. But it's it took me a while. God damn it, yeah, they are spawning. There's one in there somewhere, probably around the back alley.
It's kind of hard to breathe in this thing. Come on, tell me already. Oh no. What happened? He's dead? I guess I already knew. Besides, I'm too tired to cry anymore. You've gotta stop it, so this can't happen to anyone else's family ever again. I wish I had met you a long time ago. And then maybe my dad would still be alive. Thanks for doing all this. I'm feeling better now that you're here. Please be careful. I don't want you to die either.
You do have the key to the shack. This one was a doctor, Dr. Lesko. Because it's a Pip-Boy glow effect. My character there. It doesn't appear to have much. Appears to me. Out of curiosity, what was his password? Oh.
This could be the 5th time I've forgotten the code to my desktop terminal. I really must learn to be more organized. The password for my terminal is Formicidae. How hard could that be for me to remember? Note to self, destroy this holotape as soon as move to new lab is complete.
Dangers. I realize the dangers involved in tampering with nature. I've heard the rhetoric and hoopla about playing God. However, I am determined to reduce these poor things back to their original state when they were considered harmless. Only through genetic recoding is this possible. All that is needed is a proper test subject. My search continues as I tweak the formula. Sample location discovered. I found the perfect specimen for my experiments inside Marigold Station. I've set up shop on the ground for now, and I need to prepare the experiment. All I need is a little bit of last-minute programming on my robot, and it will be ready for us to perform the delicate injections. Soon I will prove to everyone that my formula is a viable alternative to the destruction of these misunderstood beings. Where did I go wrong? Batch A27 is a complete failure. I must return to my original formulas and begin the process all over again. Perhaps without the pressure of working in the conditions without proper laboratory equipment is to blame. Perhaps I simply didn't splice the correct genetic instructions, or perhaps I am fatigued, or perhaps I did not reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Whatever the case may be, A27 is proving to be a disaster. I must introduce a new formula soon, or I may not be alive to see my hypothesis come to fruition. The science robot's not here. We don't get XP for sneaking around. Although some of you are perhaps itching to tell me that it's a suit of Chinese stealth armor would certainly help. I don't disagree. But am I going to go after it? No. So just something I want to point out here, this is an example of an invisible wall. So we can't actually go just straight over there. No, that'd be too easy. You have to take the underground to go from there to that side. Like here, let's see if it's actually going to let me hop over. Nope. Can't do that. Again, that'd be too easy, so we have to take the metro station. Because the game can't load all that stuff at once, or if it could, it'd basically just fall apart. Bearing in mind that Fallout 3 would falls apart very easily anyway. It's a highly unstable game. In fact, just want to see if something is true here. See, I was under the impression that if you shot these things with a laser weapon, they'd explode. There was something in them that would, like, detonate. Or that does not appear to be the case. There we go. Don't actually want anything out of it yet.
Okie dokie. Let's see what we get at level 13. So we can do more damage to... Oh, we've actually seen a lot of these already. More health from stimpaks isn't too bad. Alertness. Perception less than 10 but higher than... but it's gotta be 6 or higher. I do like finesse. I'll go for finesse. I like my crits. It is a good perk. Like, you've seen what critical hits in this game do. And how frequently I'm getting already. There is some, like, survivorship bias with it. Or, like, I guess, like, some sort of bias or anti-bias against critical hits. It's like, oh, well, I didn't crit that time, therefore the perk's not working. Yeah. But yeah, an extra 5 points of luck. It's not bad. Yeah, sometimes physics don't like me. Right, let's listen to that.
If you're listening to this tape, then my brains are splattered all over a wall somewhere, and you've got a job to do. You need to retrieve the package and get it safely to Ronald Lauren and Girdershade. Tell him Grady sent you. To get the package, you'll need the key. I've stashed it inside an old fire hose case in some maintenance closet in Marigold Metro Station. The key will unlock the safe that contains the package. Look for the room marked by a spinning light. You can't miss it. Good luck. And hopefully, they won't find you too.
Let's listen to that
If you're
again.
listening to this tape, then my brains are splattered all over a wall somewhere, and you've got a job to do. You need to retrieve the package and get it safely to Ronald Lauren and Girdershade. Tell him Grady sent you. To get the package, you'll need the key. I've stashed it inside an old fire hose case in some maintenance closet in Marigold Metro Station. The key will unlock the safe that contains the package. Look for the room marked by a spinning light. You can't miss it. Good luck. And hopefully, they won't find you too.
I don't remember what Girdershade was. Maybe if it's just like an ordinary town or something. Oh, hello. Oh, the silenced 10mm. Very nice indeed, I'll use that. So this is not the maintenance closet by the looks of things. That's against enemies like this, and an atomic cocktail is pretty good, because that's gives you like poison resist, fire resist, and so on. Love my scrap metal. I need to drop some stuff. I do like my Vault-Tec mines. Oh, I need to put that away. Greatest fireballs. Do that jet. So they physically can't climb stairs for these things. That's why it's not taking any damage. That, okay, I've got a feeling there's still going to be something this way. There is. Hello.
Till you startled me. You really mustn't creep up on people like that.
Just grab my pants.
That is precisely why this is the ideal place for my work. Do you realize you're trampling about in a delicately balanced and highly sensitive experimentation area? My experiments are of a complex nature and would take a scientist to explain. Oh wait, I'm a scientist. How marvelous. My foray into reducing the girth of these insectoid creatures is of utmost importance. I intend to generationally reduce their immense stature by way of a pre-birth induced mutagen. Isn't that clever? My word, you understand perfectly. How marvelous! Well, I'm afraid I made slight miscalculations in the mutagen. Instead of lowering their size, the brood hatched with a new biomechanism. I call their genetic aberration pyrosis, the ability to emit flame from their bodies. I may be able to correct this error, but I can't get near my equipment. Your knowledge of experimental procedure surprises me. Indeed, I have skipped a step and directly modified an entire brood. Perhaps I was too hasty. I was so certain it would work. To correct this mistake, I'll need to get to my terminal to modify the mutagen. Since you've offered, allow me to elaborate. My portable terminal is set up in the hatchery chamber near the Ant Queen. If I can reach it, I can continue to work on improving the mutagen. If she were harmed in any way, months of data would be lost. Your objective would be to eliminate what I call her quintet of nest guardians. Filthy little abominations. I've rigged the equipment at my portable terminal to emit what I call an inhibitor pulse. Once I send this pulse, all of the remaining ants will lose their empathic link with the queen and frenzy, destroying each other in the process. So, that's all there is to it. What do you say? Why can't...
Alright, let's try that again, Doc.
Will you start? Yes, I suppose you're right. Science must learn to acquiesce to your standards in order to advance itself. I was merely going to offer up one of my mutagenic bioenhancers, but I suppose I could up the ante. I will also award you with my old lab coat. It served me well over the years, and you may find it useful for your own experiments. You will? How marvelous! Be careful, my friend. The nest guardians can be quite tenacious. Oh my, yes, they're quite marvelous. There are many that say it can't be done, but I'll prove them wrong. Well, I may have used a few, shortcuts, yes. I was told that the FEV works wonders when used under controlled circumstances. Apparently I was wrong, but I know my mistake. I'm certain I can get it to work.
FEV. Right. So as a bit of a reminder, the FEV is the virus that was created by Wastelands. So there are several major corporations in the Fallout universe. Vault-Tec has kind of taken over everything from like Fallout 3 onwards, but Wastelands was like the original big bad corporation. And they were like they had a contract with the Department of Defense of pre-war America. And they made all the arms and armaments and power armor and such. But they also had something called FEV, which is Forced Evolutionary Virus. Basically what it did, it was require soldiers to be dunked into this gunk, dipped into this goo, and they would come out as super mutants. And the master, a mutant himself, or rather themselves, because they're an amalgamation of several other things, of people rather, like you use them to create a super mutant army in the first game. And that was like your sort of secondary, at least I guess like second main objective. There were two main objectives of Fallout 1. First was to get a water chip, second was to deal with the super mutants and the master.
By introducing my mutagen directly into an ant egg, I hope to reduce the size of the adults. This is a generational system, meaning it will take quite a few broods before the ants are at their destination size. In the end, I hope to make them as small as they were over 200 years ago. Destroy? Oh, no, no, no! You mustn't do that. It's my life's work. Just clear me a path to my equipment and I'll do the rest when you tell me it's safe. Yes? Well, the mutagen has enhanced their fortitude and provided them with what I call pyrosis, the ability to emit flame biologically. They're quite radiation-free, however. Well, as radiation-free as any other mutated creature in the wasteland. Playing with genetic codes isn't simple. Do you realize one tiny tweak at any point in the last million years could have completely changed us? Going from attempting to change their size to generating their pyrosis ability is no surprise at all. I'm afraid they are not susceptible to anything I can think of that wouldn't harm the garden variety giant ant. Just aim for their antennae if you can. It will confuse them quite a bit. The stimulation of the subject's evolutionary trigger by the mutagen caused a biodefensive reaction metamorphosing the ant's venom glands. This process caused unexpected oscillations in the venom molecules at such a vast rate it produces a thermodynamic biochemical reaction. As the subject ejects the volatile solution, it becomes conflagrant due to new structures in its maw. I call its calefaction array. Amazing, isn't it?
Well, duh.
Yes? Far too curious. His incessant questioning would often come when I was the most absorbed with my calculations. He had no regard for the importance of my work. All scientists take responsibility for their failures because it comes with the territory. I will take this experimentation to completion without roosting on the moral high ground. If I allow emotions to enter the mix, all this time and energy spent will have been for nothing. You have your ideals and I have mine. I'm down here to complete my experiments at any cost. If that means the loss of a few lives to save generations of lives in the future, it's a small price to pay. I can't risk leaving this place. I have to continue monitoring the hatchery for any further mutations in the next brood. I have no time for children and their petty games. What do they know about the importance of my work? Yes? Be ever vigilant. Those from the genus Solenopsis are not to be trifled with.
You're quite right, Doc. Why let emotions get in the way? Right. I'm over encumbered again. I really have to do something about this. Okay.
How else may I assist you in your endeavors?
Don't mind me, I'm just making sure that I've got everything necessary to do my job. Okay, let's see if we can get to this town, because there's not that many guesses. Yeah, it's actually the one word left. Nice, okay. Okay.
Personal notes. Okay. Unlock hatchery access door.
Oh. I think I just heard a bit of Fallout 1 music there. So we can't harm the Queen, but we've got to destroy the Nest Guardians. Alright, there is the Queen. Okay, let's see if we can hack this. Damn. Okay, that should be enough. Sorry about that, my phone's ringing. Unknown number. Should I check the new region? Ah, okay, fair enough. Ooh, bullets. There you go, I'm Queen. Now, because she's very big, it's very hard for her to move about. Yeah, I'm really sorry if you can hear my phone buzzing.
I've detected some changes within the Queen's hatchery with my equipment. What's transpired? Oh, how marvelous! Please, tell me what happened. Come now, the faster you tell me, the faster I can provide promised payment for your services. What? How could you do such a foolish thing? What kind of...
Wait, sorry, I did what? I don't remember doing that.
I've detected some changes within... Oh, how... What kind...
I do insist on passing this check.
I've detected some change... What...
One more go and I'll use the science route, but I don't remember doing this at all.
I've detected some change... Perhaps man isn't ready, my friend. Not today, but maybe someday. I suppose I shouldn't be angered by your actions. Forgive my impertinence. How marvelous! Here is the promised lab coat. I'm certain you'll find it quite useful. Which injection did you want? Will it be the ant sight or ant might?
So this increases your special stats. So you can have physical strength or you can have perception. I'm gonna go for... I'm not really that bothered about strength, but I could take it just in case, so yeah.
How marvelous! Ant might it is. Hold still, please.
So now my strength was increased by 1, and I now are 25% resistant to fire. Oh, for God's sake. 1 second. I am back. Hello. Apologies for keeping you waiting. Okay, everything seems good there. Right. Yeah, okay. Right, just making sure. So I've got the strength. We can carry the lab coat, which gives us not just plus 10 science, but rad resistance 20 as well. Not bad. And Dr. Lesko is now going to make his way.
Yes, what did you need?
The Queen.
You should take him away from this place. Find him a home. It would be difficult to accomplish my experiments with him scampering about and asking an interminable amount of questions. Well, I will continue my research. There has to be a way to reduce these creatures to their former size. Until then, I will be staying in my shack next to the Wilkes' home should you ever wish to visit me. Finally, a chance to recant my mistake. How marvelous!
So what we actually got there was like one of the best ensigns we could. I guess like the true best ending is like killing the fucking thing, but hey ho. I just want to see if Lesko is alive and well, because the Queen might end up just killing him or whatever. So yeah. Just not bothered about him. So that's good. So yeah, so we've convinced Dr. Lasco that his mutagen is bad, and we got the reward. But he has the chance to perhaps avert his mistake. And he can now work with the Queen. In peace. See, the thing is, like, Fallout 3, like, this is an example of a quest where, like, helping the Doctor is bad. Because poor Mr. Hooks' family was slain by Big Bad Ant. But the thing is, like, if you I do like the Wasteland Surgeon outfit. It is one of my favourite costumes. But yeah, it's like the game has very little nuance with its karma. Karma, I think, is like one of the worst. Do we know what that light there means? I guess we've got to go in there for the cash. Yeah, so it's like because you know you made like this guy made someone an orphan. That's the bad thing, and the game will not like consider like the advancement of science, and unfortunately the cost of real people. A good thing at all. It's like orphaning someone is worse than like. A very unfortunate sacrifice, and it is unfortunate. Like I sympathise entirely with Brian Wilkes, and I wouldn't want to be the one to. I wouldn't want to sacrifice anyone for the greater good of science, Right, I've got to show you this. This is a ripper. Yeah, it ignores armour. Have any food that I can eat? Just get rid of something. I can't get rid of the sugar bombs yet, I need those. I don't know when, but I will need them. The naughty nightwear. Well. This is the package. That's what we look like with our clothes, by the way. Nice. So, this is the naughty nightwear. It is the nicest bit of kit. It's your speech by 10 and your look by 1. Yeah, that's what we look like with a padded wig. Nice. Oh, and that's the lab coat as well. We don't need that yet. Need that. So yes, the Naughty Nightwear is...
I'm only gonna ask you this one time. Give me the Naughty Nightwear. All right. My mistake. It obviously belongs to you. Now, you just watch it, 'cause I won't be so nice next time.
So that is an NPC called Lugnut, and sometimes he will approach and ask for the Naughty Nightwear, or rather demand it.
What do you think you're doing?
Or better yet. Let's keep him alive.
Yeah, just keep on walking.
So yeah, so sometimes NPCs will come up to you, like say, you know, have you got the Naughty Nightwear? And you won't be like, no. And yeah. I'm not wasting time on that. Now we could take the obvious exit, or we could go this way. I think that just takes us back to where we were before. Doors. Let's go this way instead. Let's see where this takes us, because this might actually be a town. I'm fairly certain Lugnut wore like a radar. Oh no. Oh, this ain't good. Okay, paladins, I can deal with them. I need to help out.
Where?
Oh dear, I've just made an enemy of the paladin. Right, let's try that again. What have we got? What can we use? I want a nice... Ooh, nice 44 Magnum. The recoil on it.
speak with Paladin Horse.
Stranger, I thank you for your aid. We must press forward. If you are willing to aid us, you are welcome to join us. We were performing a training exercise with one of the initiates when we were cut off by the super mutants. We saw him flee into a building up ahead during the attack, but before we could link up with him, we were pushed back. Now that we've cleared this area, we can press forward and attempt to recover the initiate. I only pray that he is unharmed. He's had enough training that he should know that when facing overwhelming odds, a brother's best recourse is to wait for reinforcements. I suspect that he is making a stand inside of that building, but an initiate won't be able to stand for long against those mutants. Long-range recon. We typically do them in areas that have already been swept and are thought to be clear. Knight Church fell in the initial strike. The initiate was cut off and were forced to retreat. Excellent. We will advance forward slowly until we make contact with the mutants. Then clear the area in front of the building. Once that space is under our control, we will hold position while you enter and recover the initiate. Then, you both should evac to the exterior.
Where?
Do I have? Oh no, I've become addicted to Psycho. That's not good. Oh, I'm Medic's great. Look at it. Right, time for some jet, because I don't want any of these guys dying.
You had your time! Come on!
Shit, I think Hoss is dead. So, we will return to Brown Walk soon. Let's see the muties. Mutie on the bounty. There's gonna be a trap skull all around this place. Okay, some point. Nice blast radius on that. I'm supposed to control the frag grenade. I don't think there's going to be that many concentrations of enemies. Okay. And now we're going to see the effects of drugs on the body. So, because of my withdrawal, I suffer those effects there. So I can either take the effects or some buff out as well. Yeah. So you can either keep chugging drugs or you can take Fixer, but you will eventually have to see a doctor about your drug addiction.
Thank God someone's come. You have to help me, please. Oh, thank God. Paladin Hoss sent you, didn't he? I knew he wouldn't leave me behind. When they attacked, we were cut off so quickly. My gun jammed, and I never even got a shot off. I couldn't do anything but hide. Sure, I guess. Can you fix it? Wow, that's easy. Now at least I can shoot back at those mutant bastards. Are you ready? Right behind you.
No pre-war books, fair enough. Right. I think we've just about cleared this place anyway. I don't know if there's an upstairs. It's generally a good idea if you find any ammunition. There's no downside to taking it. I don't think. Well, there's no weight for most ammunition, but like it might be when it comes to like mini nukes and things like that. Otherwise, you're generally good to go.
Good to see you. You've saved my life. I am in your debt.
Where's the good paladin?
Excellent. The initiate is safely returned to us. You have the thanks of the Brotherhood, my friend. We cannot offer you much in return, but know that you may travel through Falls Church under our protection. Stay on point. We will back you up. It's the least we can offer you.
You've saved my life. I am in your debt.
You have our thanks, stranger. We could not have recovered our ward without your aid.
So yes, as long as we're here, the Brotherhood will follow me.
Hey!
It's over there. I'm not going that far. But it's good to know I'll have the backup. So yeah, it might be the case of the survival mode, where you have to monitor food, thirst and sleep intake, but otherwise you're
Hey!
good to carry as much ammunition as you like.
Stay on point. We will back you up. It's the least we can offer you.
So okay. Let's go back to Grey Ditch. And I better take some fixer. You feel you're a little woozy. And there shouldn't be any more ants. Stop! You have violated the law!
Ha! Stupid monsters. Can't get me in here. The ants! They're all dead. Every single one of them. It was so weird. All of a sudden, the ants went nuts and started fighting each other. It was like they were totally crazy. It was really scary, but kind of cool at the same time. You know what I mean?
It was all me.
I wish I had something to give you for all the work you did, but I never really had much to start with. I guess now you'll be on your way, and I'll have to try living here by myself. Hope you'll come back and visit someday. Really? You mean it? Oh boy, thank you so much. I'll wait in my old house for you to come back. I need to bury my papa anyway. Just don't forget about me. Well, Papa always told me about my cousin Vera. She lives in some big giant ship somewhere or something. Papa called the place Rivet City, but I don't know where it is. I wish you could stay here with me in Grey Ditch.
I think that's just about all there is to Grey Ditch. Yeah, there was somewhere else that we had to go. What's Oasis? Get a shade. We'll go there eventually. For the time being, we need to go to Megaton. Drop off my gear. Now I think Child at Heart.
Madam, may I suggest you seek medical attention as soon as possible?
I believe that if you have the Child at Heart perk, you can actually convince Bramblux to live with you. Yeah, so. I think it's a nice idea.
Good morning, madam. What can I do for you? Ah, do you know the best contraceptive for old people is nudity? You have yourself a fine day, madam.
Oh dear. I think it said so I can put that away. Oh, maybe not. I can put that away. I'll put in my fridge there. What else is taking up inventory space? The waste stuff. A nuclear quantum I need to get rid of. I don't need that many stealth boys. And now I'm moving light again. I would see the good doctor, but I kind of want to let my addiction go out. I think if I wait like 3 days, it really takes its toll. And there may even be a perk involved. Having to deal with the addiction.
Hey, don't mind the smoke. It's perfectly safe to breathe. Really? Sure thing.
Let's have a look. Miscellaneous stuff. What can I buy for my house? Dear. Not much, it seems. Have I got anything that I can sell her? Centaur blood? Sure, why not? And syringe, garden hose. Oh wow, yeah, I need to get rid of those. do I really want to buy the house, or should I just focus on buying ammunition? In fact, do darts come under? They do. So I can actually sell all my darts. And just make a ton of money back. And my railway specs, that's 536 caps right there.
Good hunting. If you've got the caps, I've got the skill.
And for what I understand as well, like, the more you actually repair your gear, the more it levels up this person's repair skill. So if I do this... No, it doesn't. But now, don't matter. Everything's repaired.
Remember, I'll buy whatever you're selling.
At least my gear's looking a bit better. I can break down ammunition at a reloading bench. I can turn scrap metal into spikes, or I can create things like that. I'm not really using much 9mm ammo, so I'm going to break that down. And you can make other kinds of bullets with it. I'm trying to think of what ammunition I don't really use a lot often. Well, rifle powder. So what do I need for? Because I want to make more sniper rifle ammunition. Primers. And I get XP as well if I break down stuff.
Oh, hey! Kinda busy here, but I guess I can talk for a bit. What's up?
So what, do you have anything like that? Miscellaneous. Surplus ammo. Oh, bobby pins. I'll take 10 bobby pins. What else? Anything else that's interesting here? No, doesn't matter. In fact, what I will do is I will buy something else in my house. Or what should I buy? Buy a jukebox, hot plate. No, let's hold off.
Don't hurt yourself. Come.
We'll come back to that. I really could do with offloads with these pre-war books though, because they're taking up a lot of room. But I don't know if I can use them for anything else, so I might hold on to them for the time being.
Are you serious? Why? What?
Oh, so I'm just giving him a scrap. I ain't got that much. So, let's go down to Road City. Because Brian Wilkes needs a home. Now, there's a lady here called Vera he needs to speak to. That name should be familiar. She is the one and only Vera Weatherly.
Some people are in such a hurry.
Welcome back, ma'am.
Poor dear. I know what it's like to be alone. I'd love to take him in. Don't worry. I have the means to keep him fed and healthy, but most importantly, safe. Oh, that's wonderful. If you ever wander back into Rivet City, why don't you check up on us? You're always welcome.
See, I'll make sure he gets back here.
You're bothering me. You don't want to bother me.
Let's see if he'll go back to his room.
My feet are killing me.
Time to get drunk.
I'll finish this up tomorrow.
I want to do this quietly though. Let's just see where he goes.
I'm on duty. Make it quick. Trouble in this area?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Did you hear about the fight in the Muddy Rudder last night?
Yeah. Belle's going to have to replace some tables and chairs.
Huh?
I'm sure she'll just scrounge some from the
Hey,
lower
Shrapnel. How's the gun business? It's doing well
Welcome
enough for
to the
me to come
Weatherly
down here
Hotel.
and buy drinks.
It was so noisy last
Vera,
night.
I know
could
I'm not a
hardly sleep.
sophisticated man, but I
Maybe
am
a
a
quick
man,
fix or something
and
will help
I
us.
can take care of you.
All kinds of
I don't need it.
Good night, Vera.
Where the fuck is he just gone? I've lost him. Never mind. Okay, I need to figure out where he's gone. Oh yeah, the barracks. So we're gone below deck. Whereabouts below deck would it be?
Want to do some buff out? Make it quick, will ya? I'm coming down and I gotta get my fix. That's what Cindy's...
Where does sister sleep, I wonder? I'm determined to deal with this slaver.
I'm looking for troublemaker. Have you seen any?
Aye. Where can I find him? The slavers of Fallout 3 live in one particular location called Paradise Falls.
Have you seen my husband, Polly? Oh, it's you. I mean, hi there. Yeah, see ya.
And you can actually do quests for them. Fuck. This is back at Weatherly's. He's never in his room. Where does sister go? We haven't been in the good doctor's room yet. Now this is a job for a stealth boy. Which turns us sort of invisible. Project Purity Diary is nice. Let's have a look. The RC hydroponics has been restored to basic functionality. Easy enough after all our research. The limited amount of clean water we can produce is enough for the growing basic foodstuffs. Still no progress on any mass purification tests, and with all the maintenance that has been done around here, there's hardly any time to attempt new experiments. In any case, RC wouldn't work as a location for any truly large-scale decontamination. The infrastructure just isn't here. And the idea of recreating it again is still too daunting to convince the rest of the council. That's even if the process worked.
Welcome to the Weatherly. Mr. Buckingham at your service. Oh, the mere 120 caps. Excellent. Simply venture into the hallway, turn left, first door on your left. That is your room. Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if I actually get to keep the room or what. Second to Vera's terminal. Hotel registry. Room 1, Zimmer and guest. Room 2, sister. Room 3, empty. Shopping list. Need to get next week. 13 mud fruit, check from old. 19 iguanas on a stick. 5 beers.
Everything looks okay here.
Let's quickly try our hand at pickpocketing. And I'll show you something else as well. The reverse pickpocket. I can't properly demonstrate it.
Be careful!
You can drop
How may I serve you?
a grenade into someone's pocket. Here's my hotel room. Not much to look at.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any? I'm on duty. Make it quick.
I might be able to decorate it. Okay. Perhaps we'll deal with Sister differently. Perhaps we can actually deal with him.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen?
Yep.
Leave me alone. This is none of your business.
I'm on duty. Make it quick.
Welcome back, ma'am. Take a look at our menu. Farewell.
Hopefully my feels a bit safer now that Sister has been dealt with. But I need to get out of here. Let's talk to Mr. Wilkes again. Or rather, young Master Wilkes. I'm trying to think of what other side quests I could possibly do. Because there's quite a few, and there's we'll be in his house. Because he lives here, of course. There's Canterbury Commons. I could go. I suppose I could make my way to.
I hope you found me a place to live. I can't believe everything you've done for me. Most people would have kept on walking when I ran up to them screaming like I did. I'll get my stuff together and move on out there right away. Come visit me sometime.
The quest done. I don't think survival was a skill in Fallout 3. There used to be a skill called Big Guns. So you had guns and big guns. And big guns was things like Fat Man, Missile Launcher, Flamer, Incinerator, that sort of thing. I got skill isn't even that high either. And let's boost that. No. Let's bring our barter up a bit. Let's have a look at what else we can do now. So we've got Purifier. There's a Purifier of the Wasteland. You can do 50% more damage with melee and armor weapons against Centaurs, Night Stalkers, Spore Plants, Spore Carriers. Spore weapons, Spore things aren't in this game. Death Claws, Super Mutants, and Feral Ghouls. Melee and unarmed. My kind of thing. We haven't encountered Death Claws yet. We will. Ghost. Adamantium Skeleton. Limbs only to receive 50% of the damage they normally would. It's a pretty good perk. New perks from older levels because we've got higher strength. Stone Wall. And can't be knocked down in combat. That's a pretty good one. Being knocked down in this game is a pain. Vigilant Recycle would be good. Thief. Junk rounds. Gun nut. Lawbringer. Let's take Lawbringer. This is an interesting perk. We're going to meet a faction called the Regulators. In fact, let's do that now. Attention, Lawbringers of the capital Wasteland. The Regulators require your aid in bringing the scum, pestilence, and inhabitor home to justice. Report to Sonora Cruz at the Regulators' headquarters for details. Do we have a map for the Regulator HQ? We do. Let's go to the scrapyard. And go meet the Regulators. So, as far as I can tell, the Regulators have only appeared in Fallout 3. And they exist solely for the purpose of, well, basically giving you money for doing good deeds. As long as you have positive karma, the Regulators won't go after you. This thing is way too powerful. And a finger. When you kill raiders, you can... Ooh. Reinforced armor. You get a finger. Now you may have noticed, well, we didn't get that before. That's part of this perk. Now, there is a counterpart to this where I think you collect ears. If you collect the ears of good people, you get paid as well. In fact, let's have some patriotic tunes. Oh no, let's listen to
We're
this.
back at work after a full week of delays. The Brotherhood soldiers were able to repair the sentry guns, much to my relief. I know Madison isn't comfortable having them here, but there's no denying that we'd be lost without them. We're still waiting on the full analysis of the last 3 small-scale purification tests. Catherine hasn't been feeling well, and it's slowing down our research. I don't mind, but I can tell that it's bothering some of the others.
A familiar voice. Friendly Brahmin. Cows that have been mutated by the radiation.
Stay true to yourself and to the law. This is the rule of the regulator.
Stay true to yourself and to the law. This is the rule of the regulator. We are justice. We are the law.
You should talk to Sonora.
Well, hello there. I heard we might be getting a new recruit.
And you will. Very soon.
We bring law to a lawless land.
Well, hello there. I heard we might be getting a new recruit. I'm guessing that you've come about the notice. You know, I've heard about you. You're not bad people from what I understand, and the regulators can always use good folks. So what do you say? You read the notice, and you're here, so I'm guessing that you want to ride with us. Am I right? Fantastic. Take this coat. We all wear them. The unrighteous fear the sight of the regulators. Now, as for the rest, here's the only thing we want from you. Hunt down the evil, the wicked, and the villainous. Bring them to justice. Bring us their fingers as proof of the deed. We'll pay you a bounty for each one. Simple, right? Questions? We're the regulators. We've dedicated our lives to bringing the evil to justice. And out in the wasteland, there's only one brand of justice. The gun. Nothing. Nothing at all. They only serve to mark the fact that justice has been done. While we trust our members not to take innocent lives for profit, having a record of the deed is sometimes necessary. While we don't have liars in our midst, occasionally we all embellish a bit. Oh no, we're spread all around. The few here just assist me in organizing things here at the headquarters. There are regulators everywhere. The thing is, if you see them, then they're likely the last thing that you'll see. Then you've been busy. Good. Show me what you have. So many of the unjust have been dispatched, but so many remain. But ever still, word reaches me that you have gone far beyond what we've asked. Good deeds should not go unrewarded, and so I will add on a bonus to your normal bounty. Stay righteous.
So it's 10 ball caps for every finger. For every dead raider, that's not bad. they do actually talk about a question I had earlier, like, well, how do you actually check that these fingers are, you know, from who they say they are? And, well, yeah, they do actually say, we can't always check. We have to trust you. I'm amazed at how inaccurate this weapon is. Well, so this is actually quite a strong... Very stronghold. This is one of the bigger bases. So yeah. There was a fantastic book that I've yet to read, and I bought it for my dad when he was in hospital, but unfortunately it was the books were basically probably taken by someone else or disposed along with some other it was stuff, which is a shame. It's a book called Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. Recently entered popularity. And basically it's about scalpel hunters in the Wild West, where they'd kill people. They get a bounty for every Native American that they killed. But they take a scalp as proof. But the problem was is that there was no actual way of verifying it, and like the people playing out these bounties didn't even care who they came from. So these men became strong demons. Oh, by the way, that face means I'm drugged up. You know what? It's still a knife fight. So yeah, and unfortunately Cormac McCarthy died recently, but he is known as writing some of the most influential books in American novelization literature history, because he wrote The Road, which was a post-apocalyptic novel similar to Fallout, which was adapted to a film. No Country for Old Men, a fantastic film, which I strongly recommend watching the film of.
Scan them off. Come on, boys! Fresh meat!
Like, they could not have picked a better actor until she the lady whose name I sadly can't recall. But now they want to adapt Blood Meridian to the screen, and they've already done a good job with 2 films. A lot of people really don't want Blood Meridian touched because like they consider it like Cormac McCarthy's best work. and I can fully appreciate that. It's like, how do you adapt such a haunting book? There is like a 5-hour analysis of the book on YouTube. I must find out who made it, but yeah, apparently it's very good. And I started listening to it for a bit. I was like, I couldn't really get into it, so which is a shame because like I really want to listen to that book. So yeah, I'll read it. So it's not that big a book either. Like, I have to give credit to the guy. He knows how to write a book that's long enough. But at the same time, it leaves you hungering for more. The road is incredible, but also bleak as well. When I compare it to Fallout, it's like the worst aspects of Fallout you can imagine. And it's like the Raiders. The day-to-day survival versus the sadists who can get away with this stuff because they have the numbers to do so. A 12.7mm pistol. I'll take another 22. What the fuck does a 12mm pistol look like? I think that's from Fallout 1. Like the 10mm pistol model, it looks nothing like a real gun. But in Fallout 1, that's what it was. Lots of radiation. Right, I'm not wasting the bullets, so I'm betting this will come back. Unless I find a worthy foe to fry. Multi-plas. Okay, this is a fun weapon. Model is great as well. Alright, I'll take some bloody Rad-X. So Rad-X or Raid-X reduces your incoming radiation. And Raid Away takes away the radiation that you're currently suffering from. Computer very hard. Let's see if we can do something about that. Fat load of this tunnel is going to be to turret control kernel for turrets that I've just completely blown the arse out of. So unless there's any more turrets here. How many words are there? There we go, curiosity. So I'm guessing this might have actually been a missile silo. There's a decaying nuclear missile right there. Ah, no, as I thought, I can't actually use this computer because I got 100 science. Do I? $98. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright. Let's put this on. And it also gives me red resistance as well. Right, this is weird. So the thing is, the more words there are and the more letters there are, the less things I can find in the code to remove duds and give me more chances. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. So much plain old luck at this point. Okay, let's try and remove some duds. Even just removing one of these words can massively improve our chances. Okay. Nice. That doesn't sound good. Scout handbook, nice. Minigun. Sniper rifles. It's beginning to look like Christmas. Army gear. Power armor. Reinforced night vision goggles. got to take that power armor. Can't use it. That is cool. Okay, I think they can increase my strength. I don't really want the minigun, it is cool, but I can get one of those later. Can I repair my grenade launcher? I ain't got the other one anyway, so I can drop that one. Grenade rifle. Do I really want to carry that? Missile launcher and 114 missiles. Okay, what else have I got? Have I got the scout handbook? Permanent survival, okay. I need to drop £12 worth of stuff. I need the new console. Fuck, it was 15 caps. I need... It's not enough weight. I want... I'm gonna... Oh, hang on. Okay. I can drop that. Okay, fair enough. I can drop that, and I can probably drop another grenade or something. Right, there we go. I'll leave it with a missile launcher. So we've just tacked a very hard terminal, we've got a missile launcher. Oh shit. And now I'm on drugs. I like how the alarms are going off and there's absolutely no resistance to me raiding the place. And to be honest, would you want to resist? And I've got a rocket launcher. Didn't think so. I'm going the wrong way. I want to walk the other way. Been there. As you can imagine, the rocket launcher is not a particularly stealthy one. Now I want to see where this road takes me. Canterbury Commons. Now yes, you can actually go up those there, sometimes these later highways, but it's not always worth the trek. It usually is, like there's some trucks up there that you can raid, but there's also enemies using the high ground as well. So you've got to be careful when you're travelling there, because they can have some of the best gear, relatively, but you can also have some of the worst baddies up there as well. Bit of a bad idea, wasn't it? However, I think we're focusing on the less important part of that encounter there. In fact, I wonder if it's got anything to do with if it's got to do with that signal. Oh, wants a piece of me to dead, aren't I? Now, I don't know if that thing that happened is triggered again. If it's here. But Wasteland. But it would have been nice to disarm those. But yeah, there seems to be something else going on here. It wasn't just...
Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency, please report at once.
There's Brahmin here. The regulators around that way.
This is Defender Morrill. Any outcasts listening on this frequency, report to Sector 7B, Bailey's Crossroads. This is a high priority message. Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency, please report at once.
This looks like a farm.
This is Defender Morrill. Any outcasts listening on this frequency, report to Sector 7B, Bailey's Crossroads. This is a high priority message. Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency, please report at once.
Yeah, this seems to be someone's land.
This is Defender Morrill. Any outcasts listening on this frequency, report to Sector 7B, Bailey's Crossroads. This is a high priority message. Backup is needed at our location. Any personnel listening on this frequency, please report at once.
Let's turn the radio off.
Well, there's no more mystery behind Catherine's health problems. The news of her pregnancy has lifted the spirits of everyone here and given us a renewed interest in making the purifier work. We now have a future generation to provide for.
The latest tests show that our methods are horribly inefficient, but I think we're on the right track.
Catherine refuses to rest. She insists on spending all day in the lab. I've never seen her more driven. She's determined to resolve the power problems before the baby is born. I've tried to reason with her, but it's no use.
If ever you come across an army truck in this game, you've got a pretty good chance of there being something good in it. Unfortunately, you may have to deal with an army raid. And other army creatures. Yeah, robo-brains are one of the US Army's earlier forays into bionics and such. Unfortunately, they didn't always go to plan. Yeah, they suffered, unfortunately, a lot of psychoses and such. Temple of the Union. I think this is like the anti-slaver resort.
What's your business, stranger? Hannibal says I gotta let folks like you in, but that don't mean I have to like it. Keep your hands in sight and don't make any sudden moves. I'm coming down to open the gate.
there's a settlement on one of those bridges there.
Hannibal is upstairs somewhere. I'm locking the door behind you, so don't try anything. I'm watching you. You again. Don't dawdle. Get in here.
Foscar. Temple of the Union. So now we've explored, let's go to this Hannibal chip. The fridge is off limits. So Hannibal's not home right now.
Ah, a visitor. Welcome to the Temple of the Union. I'm not going to ask you who you are. For the moment, I don't care. We are all escaped slaves. I need your solemn promise not to betray us to Paradise Falls or the slavers. Until I get that, you cannot leave here. So, do I have your word? Welcome, sister, to the Temple of the Union. Our home is your home. Your past is your own affair so long as you serve our common good. As a symbol of our trust, here is a key to the gate. That's Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator. We don't know how it came to be here, but it's fitting, don't you think? Haven't you been listening? That's Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator. For 23 years I was a slave. Ever since I was 14. 6 years ago I managed to escape from my master. He's been hunting me ever since. When I found the head of Lincoln here, I knew it was a sign for me to help other slaves to escape. I founded the Temple of the Union as a safe haven for runaway slaves everywhere. We are trying to make a safe haven for all runaway slaves. We give food and supplies to any that find us and help them on their way. We don't have enough room. There's not enough water or food here. But I have a plan. A plan to take over a place that will be a shining beacon of hope for all slaves. I want to move all my people to the memorial site for the great Abraham Lincoln, but I need to know if it's safe. I've heard rumors of super mutants infesting that area, though. We need to send someone to check that out first. I was hoping you would help us. The memorial is easy to find. Good luck. One other thing, talk to Caleb. He'll need your help. We can't leave unless he's ready too. He was a stonemason. It will fall to him to restore the memorial as best he can. He's been pestering me for weeks now to get him some things he needs. I don't have time to deal with him right now. May the spirit of the great Lincoln protect you. I'm turning in. I need to be sharp tomorrow.
So this is a bit of a detour, but we can explore. It's a pretty good location that I got here. Only one way in, but pretty fragile door.
You're new. I'm Caleb. If you're going to be staying a while, I could use some help. Hannibal told you about Lincoln's memorial? Well, he doesn't just want to live there. He also wants to restore it. Make it so people tell stories about it and the word can get to the slaves. But I can't restore something if I don't know what it looked like. I need a drawing, a photograph of it. Yes. There might be one in the Museum of History. Alejandra says they have a special exhibit all about Lincoln. The stone head is from the statue of Abraham Lincoln. Hannibal wants me to reattach it to the statue in the memorial. Long time ago, 8 years, I think, 3 of us escaped during the night. They caught Liesel and John. I made it into the Wasteland. Raiders took me in at first. When I heard about this place, I knew I had to come here. My former master trained me in masonry. I fix things. Someday I hope to reattach Lincoln's head to the statue in the memorial. Okay?
And now we know why it's called Fourscore. Was it 420 years ago? That's a quest we can do. We've got time, I think.
My name is Bill. Bill Seward, if you please, ma'am. Oh, yes. All my life. One day I killed the master's little girl. It was an accident, I swear. I ran away. They would never have believed me. Hannibal found me. I would never have made it without him. A bit of this and a bit of that. Whatever Mr. Hannibal needs. I look after the animals, cook our meals, clean up, things like that. Yes, ma'am. You are truly a good person. So many others refuse to help us.
Hannibal says you're on our side. My name is Alejandra. Yes, for 4 years. I was young and pretty. I don't need to tell you what my duties were. He liked me enough to educate me. I learned reading, history, math, and even some science. When my master married, his wife insisted I get sold. Hannibal bought me and freed me. I'm an historian. I also tinker with pre-war machines. My dream is to build a shrine to the great Abraham Lincoln. Take care of yourself. I hope you succeed, stranger. I can't wait to set up a school for freed slaves.
You don't look like much, stranger. Bet you run from rad roaches. I'm Simone Cameron. Don't fuck with me. Hannibal says I can't shoot you, but I ain't trusting you with a gun to my back. Not for long. Me and my merc crew were captured by slavers. 7 months I groveled and obeyed like a good lapdog. When I saw my chance, I took it. I had nowhere else to go. Hannibal took me in. He never cared about my past. I shoot nosy people. What the hell do you think I do? I protect this place. Don't let me stop you.
Yes, that's locked. And yes, I can see you eyeing it.
Okay, I would like to continue on, but I'm going to run out of buff out soon. So I really do need to find this next location on my map. Get the hell out. Back to Megaton. Some more buff out. Oh god damn Oh, there's a radio tower there as well. It's Brahmin. Welcome to the Grizzly Diner. Called such because, well...
This is gonna be fun! It's go time! More loot for me!
Also as well, yes, this place is an ambush site. They don't call it the Grizzly Diner for nothing. Meat's back on the menu. Yeah, so the whole purpose of this place is basically just to ambush you. It's like, oh yeah, let's take all this stuff and then the raiders will pop out and jump you. Enclave Vault. Why? Anything else here? Ah, the Keller family.
Mom, it's Candace. Oh my god, it's really happening. I can see the cloud. It's so big. Mom, I'm so scared. I'm heading to the vault now. I'll do whatever I can to get inside. My number of the passcode was 7, right?
You will sometimes come across those transcripts. Let's give you a bit of an insight to the world. This is a radio tower.
The team has made plans to scale back our work once the baby is born. They're also trying to compensate for the increase in mutant attacks. No one is really talking about the implications of it. There are more of them than before. We know it, and the Brotherhood soldiers know it.
Our relationship with the Brotherhood
is straining. They're concerned by the lack of concrete results from the project, especially in light of the mutant attacks. They haven't come out and said it, but we all know what's going on. They're questioning whether their involvement in our project is worth the trouble it's causing them. They lost 2 good men this week, with 3 more injured.
So the towers sometimes have radio signals attached to them. Okay. In fact, let's listen to it, let's see what it says. Let's go zoom. The closer you get, the easier it is to make out what they're saying. To them. Those are good guys.
What do you need? Well, sure. We've got plenty for the moment.
Strange meat.
A pleasure doing business with you. The very best kind. Try some. You've never tasted sweeter, I'll warrant.
What do you need? What's mine is yours, friend.
Let's try some of that strange meat.
What do you need? Not a good idea.
Remember, you can only collect fingers from bad people. I've gained good karma. So, who were the hunters? If you haven't figured it out yet, the hunters are people who, well, they kill innocents and cook them. Well, correction, they kill Wastelanders. And eat them. Quite a few entries here, let's go to them. I finally got everyone to agree to let me set up some turret generators for power. I can understand their nerves, considering what technology did to us all, but not wanting to make use of every resource is wasteful, and a sure path to hell in this situation. Coming out into the light has done wonders for everyone. We can all get a little stir crazy, even out here. I'm setting this thing up for everyone to use. Entry, Rochelle. We've set out an irrigation system. Thank God for Miles' experience on the farm. I never would have thought of this on my own. What a great idea. I really thought this ground was useless, but the stuff he had us planted the dirt we dug up is actually sprouting. And all the rivers we keep it all nice and wet. Entry, Tyrone. My turn to be boss this month. Seems stupid to me. I don't want to be in charge. I'm just going to do whatever Jim tells me to. Doc J. I want to remind everyone to come to my tent every day for your radiation screening. Even if you don't think you've been exposed to radiation, the test only takes minutes. Take my word for it. You'd much rather be inconvenienced in the morning than come down with a case of radiation sickness. I'm more than happy to give a detailed account of the scenario to the next person who misses an appointment. Tyler. My name is Ty, and I'm a big dumbhead. Hey Rochelle, remind me what a big stupid head I am the next time you need me to repay you and your views to sellers, okay? Well, give us that, okay? Can't be a password on this thing. Entry Jim. Been a good few months for us since they're coming out. Going by the dosimeter tests. We're taking some exposure to radiation. As long as Dr. Johansson keeps cloaks on their meds, we don't seem to be having trouble with the rat sickness. Irrigation and fertilization has been good. Although we lost the goats and chickens, the cows have done good. Those hardy beasts don't seem to mind this new world. Miles and Jackie are devoting some time to husbandry to keep the cows breeding and available. Entry, Edgar. I'm trying to fabricate a windmill for us. If anybody spots any long, flat sheets of metal, you know me. You let me know. I have most of the other parts I need, but I haven't found the metal for good blades yet. Entry, Jew. Nobody ought to concern themselves too much with Miguel's scouting report. While I did spot some folk out past the valley, they rode by and went like they noticed us. It was him or us. Let's all just keep to the homestead for a few days. Avoid using open fires for a few days just to be safe. So these seem to be the people who survived the initial days, or at least have come out of a vault. And, yeah. This all seems to be their land, supposedly. I've set up a farm. Get some food going. And who knows, maybe those hunters were those people there. I found another good source of meat. I'll be running out of buff-out time soon. Now notice how this is a dead raider. That means their body's been placed there. Nobody. Nobody's pulling there. So. There's an unmarked location over here, let's just add it to the map. Then I'll go back home, add stuff to my inventory. In fact, I believe this is a pretty bad place to be. Go ahead. Using the multipliers is a waste, but... I don't know what town that is, but if it's the one I think it is. Something launched from over there. Antagonizers lair. Okay, I know where we are. We're in a good place to be.
Are no match for my army.
The citizens of this town have nothing to fear. The Mechanist is here to protect them.
Ha! We'll see about that. Attack, my ant soldiers. Destroy this fool and his tin toys.
Go forth, my steadfast creations. Show humanity's true power.
Face it, Mechanist. Humans and their toys are done for. They killed themselves off with their petty wars.
Humans may be weak sometimes, but our creations are strong and pure. Something you'll never be.
Fool! Humanity's creations were the seeds of their undoing. And now, the world will belong to the antagonizer.
Are you all right? You aren't hurt, are you? I'd like to apologize for the rude welcome. Those two have been a bit of a problem lately. Name's Rowe. Uncle Rowe to most. Welcome to Canterbury Commons. For what that's worth.
Oh, Pony Express there. Yes.
That must be the 20th time I've seen those two go at it. There are problem citizens, the Mechanist and the Ant Agonizer. A while ago we were attacked by the Ant Agonizer. That woman with the ants, obviously. The Mechanist saved the town with his robots. That was all well and good, but I swear their fights are getting bigger and it's been driving off the merchants. They simply won't leave. Oh, that's terrific. I knew you'd help out. Knew it in my gut, and it's never steered me wrong on a deal yet. Find where the Ant Agonizer and the Mechanist hide and convince them to stop or otherwise end their hostility, and you'll earn 200 caps. You only need to stop one of them, really. Nowadays, I think they only stay in Canterbury to fight each other. You drive a hard bargain, friend. But seeing how we haven't been able to solve the problem ourselves, fine. You've got a deal. But I expect results. Oh, and please do try to use some discretion. We already have plenty of would-be heroes starting wars in our streets. We don't need another. If it'll help, I'm glad to. Now, one day there was a crazy woman leading a bunch of ants into town. She said humanity was dead and the ants would inherit the earth, stuff like that. Well, that gave Dom plenty of time to line up a shot or two on the ants. She ran away, but every once in a while she'd stage an attack again. She wasn't much of a threat then. In fact, she was sort of entertaining at first. Gave everyone in town something to talk about. But when the Mechanists started fighting her, things got bad. Ants are easy to shoot, but add robots with lasers, it got real nasty. The Mechanist used to be our town mechanic, Scott Walensky. Quiet guy, but plenty fierce with a wrench and some solder. Guy used to take care of a robot that protected the town until it got torn up in one of the Ant Agonizer's lame little attacks. I guess he took it personal because he made a mechanical suit and called himself the Mechanist, said he would lead a robot army to fight her. Now he doesn't even respond to his name, and his robot army is more dangerous to the town than the ants ever were. My nephew Derek might know more about them. I swear it's all I can do to keep him from running into the fight whenever they come out. He might know more about where you can find them, but don't encourage the poor boy. He's had enough close calls. I most heartily agree. Ha! Damn near everything, I suspect. I founded the place myself, and I'm the reason this place stays fat and happy. Because I asked them to, I suspect. I grew up in these trade caravans, known most of them my whole life. I founded this place with my sister Daisy back in the day. Perfect stop along the caravan circuit. They're just small caravans that make rounds through the wastes, hawking their wares from Paradise Falls to Rivet City. They won't trade with anyone who's hit their friends, but that's about as organized as they get. I had thought about it, but some of these wasteland traders, well, they aren't exactly the organizational type. It'd take a pretty savvy businessman to make it worth their while to work together. Frankly, I'm not sure even I'm up to the task. Madam, you flatter me. I'm but a humble man of this small community. But since it's a trader community, I suppose I can call in a few favors with the caravans. I suppose I am rather persuasive in that way. So you just let me know what you'd like to see from the caravans, and I'll let them know what to focus on. That'd be Crazy Wolfgang. He does repairs and general supplies, but he prefers to call himself a junk dealer. As he says, he's overjoyed to assist those who have a deep need for his junk. He's just like that. Says it catches people's attention. With an investment of about 200 caps, I'm sure he could improve the quality of his materials, or at least offer more of them. Excellent. I'll see to it right away. At this point, it would require another pack Brahmin. Isn't it, though? I'll inform Wolfgang immediately. Sure thing. All right, you're the boss.
So you can invest in the trade caravans.
Good luck with those two troublemakers.
You can invest in the trade caravans to
Excuse me. Oh man, did you see it? Did you see it? The antagonizer was all like, "Fear me!" But the mechanist was all, "Stop, evildoer!" The antagonizer, she's this evil supervillain who's trying to wipe out humans with her ants. And the mechanist protects us with his robots. And when they fight in town, it's incredible! There's all these lasers and biting and blood, and it's crazy! And then my uncle says I need to stay inside. He says it's dangerous. This is serious business, Derek.
I apologise for the effect. In fact, let's just carry on so I can get rid of it sooner.
Yeah, I guess. There's no one to play with. Everyone is so serious. It really kind of sucks. But the antagonizer's strong and forceful, and the mechanist, he's smart and good. They make things fun. Well, exciting anyway. I bet it's awesome to be them. Maybe they'll let me be their sidekick. Say hi to the mechanist for me.
Okay, let's get rid of that and then I'll talk to him.
Yes? Do you mean the superheroes? Yeah. I'll try to watch all of their fights. I don't know much about her except she really, really doesn't like people. That's kind of cool. I mean, sometimes people are jerks. I think her lair is somewhere in the caves to the north of the city. I've seen her ants down there once in a while. Joe Porter said he found out something about her, but my uncle won't let him tell me. He says, don't encourage the poor boy. I knew the mechanist back when he was just a normal hero. He used to be called Scott. Then he fixed up stuff around town. But one day, the antagonizer killed his favorite robot, and I told him he ought to fight back against her like a real superhero. Ever since then, he's been up on his forge, and the back of the robot shop on the hill, working to protect us all from the antagonizer. No way! Don't stop them, they're awesome! Unless maybe you're going to be a superhero too. You could be called Brilliant Shadow and undermine all their plots with an army of mole rats. Well, okay. Say hi to the Mechanist for me.
That last audio line was a bit loud at the Brilliant Shadow, so I wonder if that's like he has to choose from a certain. Oh shit, I got buffer. That's not good. Okay, fortunately we do have a Pony Express box here, but I'm going to walk very slowly because I'm over encumbered. Whoa. Drop some gear off. And focus on dealing with right. Put that away because I don't really want the multipliers. So worth having. Like the Ripper is fun, but not really worth having. I think the 32 rifles had its time in the sun.
It appears you've been wounded, madam. May I suggest you seek medical...
No, let's take that, because I sometimes do that. No,
attention as soon as possible. Good morning, madam. A neutron walks...
that shows. Right, let's get the stuff out of the Pony Express, and then... put that away, and then we'll deal with the antagonist and mechanist.
Need some grub? Try the brass lantern.
Here. You've done so much for us. I want you to have this. It's all I have to offer you. Bless you.
It appears you've been wounded, madam. May I suggest...
let's put the 32 rifle away because I don't really need it. It's the 12mm. The missile launcher I don't really need. 22 I don't need.
...to seek medical attention as soon as possible.
Let's see our good friend the doctor.
You came in here on your own power, so you must not be busted up too bad. I can take care of it for you. For a price. That'll be 50 caps.
What else can I buy from him? No, I don't have money. I drop off the power armor, didn't I? Okay, that's fine. Right. So let's actually do the superhuman gambit. Talk to the people around town.
When you find those two costume idiots, put a bullet in their heads for me.
Just stumbled into town? He sure picked a fine day for it, with the crazies out there. Here, have a drink on the house. Welcome to Canterbury. I'm Joe Porter. I make sure folks around here can get a meal when they need it. We do our best. Well, Dom and Ro do their best. I just make sure they've got enough food so they can keep on doing their best. You ever find yourself starving around here, drop by Dot's Diner. We don't charge much, but don't expect any more freebies. You mean apart from having cheesy names? Actually, I think I might know something useful. One of the traders told me she sounded like a girl he used to know. Girl's whole family was wiped out by ants. Not long before she showed up here. But they never found any trace of her body. Said her name was Tanya Kristoff. That might just be our little antagonizer. Best place I ever worked in. And I guess I've worked about everywhere there is. We get some weird types passing through, but it's stable enough for a guy to make an honest living. I don't really see what more a man could ask for. Careful out there.
Newcomer to town, huh? Well, I'm Dominic Delasadro, and welcome to Canterbury Commons. Try to ignore the idiots in the costumes. Popular activities around town are trading, listening to Ro yap, and burying thieves in unmarked graves. Of course, we ran out of thieves to bury long ago. Saw to it myself. Might be a dead art, unless you're planning on stealing anything. Sounds like a good plan. Keeps the traders happy that way. And it means Machete and I get to save on ammo. Ro hired you to put a stop to their shit, did he? Guess he finally listened when I told him I haven't got the time to do it myself. It's easy enough to hide inside when those two square off, but they're only getting worse about it all. I don't know who she is, other than a crazy with an ant suit and a chip on her shoulder for humanity. She wasn't much trouble by herself, really. Her attacks were a joke, but at least stories of her kept some of the raiders at bay. If it helps, she was always attacking from the warrens up north. Maybe you can find her ant nest in there. You mean Scott Walensky? I refuse to call him by that ridiculous name just because his head got a screw loose. He used to be a damn good friend, and not just because he fixed my guns up. Now he spends all his time up in that bot shop, just thinking about fighting that antagonizer. Hardly even recognizes his own name anymore. If you could just make either one of them stop fighting, it'd do the trick. You probably wouldn't have to worry about the other one. I can't imagine Scott attacking the town with his robots, and that ant-agonizer girl was never much more than a sideshow freak by herself. Ro may prefer that you're thorough, but all I care about is that you get the job done, one way or the other. Fine by me. Staying out of trouble? Good, good.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Fine. Hi. Whatever. I'm Machete, and I've got better things to do than talk with you. Scram. I know Dom doesn't want me just killing them. He and the Mechanist used to be friends or something. All I know is, next time they come to town, I bet I could solve the whole problem with one bullet for each of them.
With all of that fighting, I never did get to give you the official welcome to the town, did I? Welcome to Canterbury Commons, home of traders, caravanners, and most of all of excellent bargains. Here for business or pleasure? Most of the caravans that come through, their fondest desire is to spend a few days off the road and to get a full stomach. We've got good food in the diner, and we try to keep it nice and peaceful here, when that's an option, of course. Good luck with those two troublemakers.
Here.
So, I don't know where the antagonizer is. Let's see if we can deal with that first. I think she's the biggest threat. Let's see if we can't help her. She's clearly troubled. Oh, there we go. Door's just opened up. No, we do not want to use the sniper rifle. What have we got? So I believe the antagonist is actually just going to be right around this corner. They've got quite the lair here.
So at last, you've penetrated the court of the antagonizer, queen of all ants. Were you sent by that meddling mechanist? He'll learn that no one can stand before my royal regimen of fighting ants. Explain yourself. Why shouldn't I have my pretties kill you where you stand? ha! You would walk here and presume to command me? Humanity's time has come to an end. Your kind died because it knew only petty bickering and wars. But not so, the noble ant. It works with its brethren, knowing only loyalty and duty. And this is why they have grown, while humanity crumbled. Once I've finished with that pathetic mechanist, I will be free to spread my colonies across the wastes. Perhaps humanity isn't dead yet, but I'll be sure to help it along. Its writhing corpse shall feed my colony well. Now, my royal ant guard, kill this commoner! Aha! Where?
Let's see if I can't convince it.
You like that?
I can't.
So at last, you've... This is... one who realizes that You're wrong. Humans are cruel, hurtful beasts. They can't be saved. We can't be... I can't go back. But I can't keep doing this. I can't be as bad as they were. Please, I think I've made some terrible mistakes. If you really think I still have a chance, just let me go. I'll give you the suit. No one ever has to see the antagonizer again. Just please, let me have another chance. Thank you. I don't know how I can just thank you. Please, just leave me alone. I want to leave all this behind me.
So, yeah. So that's the antagonist dealt with. But there's still the matter of the mechanist as well. I wish there was a better... like... it didn't seem as though like we could actually appeal to her old... like her old name. Like, you know, you were this person. It was a tragedy that this happened.
Finding those two troublemakers yet?
And I want, and we can avenge your your parents' deaths together. But we're not going to be able to do it like this. Yeah, just an idea. Ooh. Let's try out. Oh, that's the antagonist's helmet as well. Let's try the night vision goggles. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh! That's not good. Right, so this is a death claw. It is pure muscle. A scaled beast. Very much like the Wastelands dinosaurs, I guess. and yeah, the apex predator of the New World.
Hey.
Where are you? You may want to run now.
I'm fully aware that I could take off the night vision goggles.
Move along, please. Hostile. I'll target detected. This is a of deadly force. Please direct. We are local law enforcement. Unable to continue.
Ah. What can I do to actually get past this thing? Because like, it's really difficult to run. Note from management regarding Section B. Attention warehouse repair employees. Please make sure the main platform in the repair sector is properly raised before releasing the repaired bots from their pods. All units receiving firmware programming to make their way to the main entrance and pick up. Let's get them there safely and not repeat last week's incident involving a Protron falling to the low level. That error cost us time, money, and was an embarrassment to the company and our TCTA account clients. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to release these protectrons yet. Although an option it may be. Oh yes, one of those robots is a missile arm. Let's take some drugs. Great, I'm addicted to jet, nice. Bullets aren't doing anything to it. Another level up already. Science skill, so there. Let's get I do like the idea of robotics expert, but let's go for shares FM. So now we can talk to men, and we now have exclusive dialogue options for men and women. Like, having Black Widow and Shares FM is like constantly the bisexuality mode, but like, to be honest, it doesn't always have to be that way. It's just like knowing how to talk to people. I mean, it's perfectly fine if it is considered that. Well, yeah. Right, I think I can take the night vision goggles off, to be honest. Same password again, options. Neutral Frank. I can't take it anymore, Bob. I don't trust those turrets in Sector A. I swear I saw one track me the other day when I left work a little late. If that thing opens up on me, I'm screwed. As the bastard fed suspended workman's comp as part of the war effort. Hell. Snakes held me snuggled in some pulse grenades that I locked in the box underneath my desk. I tried to put out on our hand in our house, and this has merely killed me. Knocks them out like a light. If you need one, just grab the key from behind the terminal and use it to unlock the box. You can't say I never did anything for you. See you around, buddy. Oh, start throwing staples at me over. Start throwing staples over at me. They got on the floor when. Yeah, I'd say we should off during the day. Apparently a key behind a desk somewhere. There we go. Pulse grenades, so they send out an electromagnetic pulse, I think I've explained this before, which disables machines, so at least does massive damage to them. Now I'm curious what the mechanists will say when we wear the antagonist's armour. Nice costume, to be honest.
Aha! Vile antagonizer. You've got a lot of moxie invading my private sanctum. Pretty courageous for a spineless insect. But this is as far as you go. Now it's time to put down the foot of justice and crush your nefarious plans once and for all.
Attention.
Say.
Well done. You have defeated the vile antagonizer, and you've brought back her suit so that we may destroy the last taint of her villainy. Hand it to me, and I'll make sure that no one else can ever bear the mantle of the foul antagonizer. Quickly then. Evil never pauses to contemplate its actions, so I see little reason that we should either.
Darling, your fighting is scaring the whole town. Won't you stop for me?
Is that true? Have I really become a threat to the town? Do you really feel that way? Am I really the villain here? Does this mean I should stop myself? I guess I could just give up my suit and stop being the mechanist. But I couldn't face the town after causing that much trouble. Here, please, take the suit. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm sorry. Just leave me alone. I've got a lot to think about.
Okay, so like what I can, still got too much weight. Okay, not to worry. So it looks like everything shut down when the mechanist did. So let's actually have a look at our armour. So what have we got here? We've got the Antagonizer's costume. So it reduces our charisma, but improves our agility, and it is lightweight as well. Damage resistance at 670 out of 10. Not bad. I know we've got this, which reduces our charisma by 1, but increases our endurance. But so there you go. So it's good to see that the game does actually respond to your choices there.
I'm sorry. Just leave me alone.
So Canterbury Commons is now free from the tyranny of the antagonizer, and no longer has to suffer the collateral damage of the mechanist. Hopefully the Tales will live on and keep the raiders at bay.
We appreciate you taking care of our town's little problem.
What can old Uncle Roe do for you today? That's grand. I do believe it's fair to say you've saved Canterbury. And unlike that mechanist, you did so with significantly less stress all around. Now, I do believe this is our agreed-upon payment for your fine services rendered, and a little bonus as a special thank you.
600 bottle caps.
Sure thing. Which one would you like to talk about? I'm sure Crazy Wolfgang would be just delighted to hear we're discussing his junk. At the moment, Wolfgang's practically carrying an entire junkyard with him. Anything more, and he'll have trouble with the traveling part of being a traveling salesman. At the moment... Ah, then you'll be wanting Doc Hoff, or the Good Doctor, as he prefers. He prescribes everything from a good meal to stim packs to things that'll make your brain get up and dance. The Good Doctor's lab equipment isn't cheap. It'll cost about 200 caps for him to offer higher quality material. Excellent. I'll send word to the Good Doctor right away. At this point, it would be hard to improve Doc's medicine cabinet without a significant investment. Say 500 caps should suffice for him to offer a whole cornucopia of pharmacopoeia. Isn't it, though? I'll send this right along to him. As much as it hurts me to say it, there's really only so much that money can buy. The Good Doctor's supply cannot be improved at this point. Sure thing. Interested in any of the other traders? All right, you're the boss.
Interesting that this music is playing. This is something like an indoor song. This is very... outdoor. And I'm detecting...
Tamper with that and we're gonna have a problem.
I was gonna say there's no one there yet. I was being detected. Okay, so we've dealt with the mechanist and the antagonist. Nice, calm, relaxing way.
Staying out of trouble? Good, good. Canterbury's a good town. Roe's done a damned good job setting up the place, and no one can handle the day-to-day details like him. But when it comes to the big stuff, That's when he needs a little help. That's where I come in. Life and death matters. Putting down thieves. Protecting people from raiders who are short-sighted or stupid enough to attack, that sort of thing. Pretty much. Anything the man can't solve by talking at it. And don't misunderstand. He can solve a lot of things that way. I'm about the rarest thing out here in the wastes. A mercenary who lived long enough to retire. I used to sell my services around here, so it was a natural place to settle down. Not a bad sort of retirement, honestly. If you're done asking questions, I'm sure there's something I should be keeping an eye on. I'll be watching you.
Just want to look around this little part of the town though. Just try and get to know the specific buildings better. Because if this is where the traders come, well, I want to get a bit more familiar with the place. Ah, this is where Dominic and Machete live. Nice. No Nuka-Cola Quantum. Yeah, sorry, I'm having a light machine gun. Hey, they're beautiful. Ah, if I need to be able to carry it. Have I got anything that can increase my strength? No. Oh, I can drop scrap metal. I don't mind to carry it. Drop it all out. Means I got to take another big ass and gone home.
What? This whole place would fall apart if it weren't for Dom and me keeping anyone from causing too much trouble. Fat old Roe may think he runs the place, but it's only because Dom lets the idiot.
We'll take these goods to Copper Joe. Back home to Megaton. In fact, that's in the regulators as well.
May your powder stay dry. Word reaches across the wastes of your deeds. I'm honored to have you among us. Then you've been busy. Good. Show me what you have. So many of the unjust have been dispatched, but so many remain. But ever still, word reaches me that you have gone far beyond what we've asked. Good deeds should not go unrewarded, and so I will add on a bonus to your normal bounty. Stay righteous.
140 camps, ain't bad. There's just something I want to check out real quick. Is this the radio tower we've activated? Because I know it's near. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night soon. Because this has been a long episode, but I did start earlier in the day. And I'm not going to be able to much tomorrow, believe me. Well, this seems... The light machine gun is a rather late game weapon in Fallout New Vegas because it can throw out, as you can see, 90 rounds. In short time. Okay. I can't seem to affect any change with this tower. Right. I am going to rest up in Megaton.
It's not easy to be good in this world. I'm glad that someone is.
Welcome to Megaton. Friendliest town around.
So I'll drop my gear off. Rest up and then we'll figure out what we're going to do next.
It appears you've been wounded, madam. May I suggest you seek medical... attention as soon as possible?
So about, yeah, 24 hours sounds good. So rest up, we have the well rested perk, which increases our experience gain. And
welcome home, madam.
okay, found it. Well, first of all, is any of this optional? Okay. So, the Museum of History. We're going to continue our work with the escaped slaves. First, we need to find a picture of Abraham Lincoln, but we won't do that just yet. We'll do that next part. So, thank you ever so much for watching. Take care, stuff for now, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed the episode. And yeah, feel free to ask me any comments, questions, or comments section below. I'll try and help out as much as I can. But yeah, so yeah, fingers crossed I got some answers for you. If you've got any questions regarding the mod or the game itself. Alright, cheers. Bye now. Yeah, see you later.